Hello and welcome to Firearm Freedom. So this is going to be another first impressions video of the CZ75 SP-01 Tactical. We got about 402 rounds right behind it here with some old hollow points that I just had in the safe. We got some CCI blazers, some Perfecta in there. We got some PPU ammunition and then 200 rounds of toolless steel case. So this is going to be a really good show of how the CZ is going to do. Let's load it up, take a 5-shot group on paper. It'll be the first shots ever taken out of it and see how it does. First 5 shots. Let's go take a look at the group. It has not been shot yet at all, so we're going to keep on shooting it today. And just like normal, we'll let you know how it does. First initial impressions of the CZ75 are awesome, which is to be expected. So the first thing that I really noticed, I've shot the SP-01 before, but just the standard. And I already knew how well it shot and how ergonomic it was. This one really was no different. It's extremely ergonomic. It's so easy to just knock down the steel extremely fast. That group was really more me at first, not the gun. The gun is extremely capable of hitting a really good group, so it's such a great shooter. Third magazine, you'll notice we have a failure to feed here. So I'm going to try to clear it. I didn't want to move anything until I got on camera. Take the magazine out, see what the deal is. So you could tell the bullets push back in the case a little bit too far. That could have been caused by me. It was probably, though, just not wanting to ride up the feed ramp. This is older Blazer ammunition, so let's go ahead and just try to chamber the next round in the magazine. Okay, so that chambered just fine. And while we're standing here, we'll give a couple of shots as well, just to show the functioning of it here. All right, so finished out those rounds. Not really quite sure what caused it. It was probably on about the 40th round that we've shot through it. So haven't been able to replicate that problem. Just wanted to do a couple of fast shots there. That was Blazer mixed with Perfecta ammunition in these magazines, and again, I haven't been able to replicate it. Obviously the mags are getting a little bit wet with snow, but that shouldn't matter at all. So it is running well. It shoots great. Still getting used to that double single action switch over there, but I'm still loving it right now. So I now have some Hornady American Gunner hollow points loaded up in the magazine with some Full Metal Jacket as well. So it's staggered down a little bit. I want to see if this causes any issues. It shouldn't, but let's see how it performs here. We're going to put the magazine in. It did chamber on its own there. It's been doing that for the past 2 mags we put through it, which is nothing really that I'm too worried about. No malfunctions of any type. Fired all of them with no issues, which is awesome. We have about 10 rounds loaded up of Tula steel-cased ammunition. So I really am curious to see how this is going to perform. Let's see. All right, no issues at all. This happened with the magazine. I was just about to put in the gun. I slammed the magazine up, which, as you guys saw earlier, was causing the slide to fly forward, which wasn't an issue at all. They normally will do that with a good force hit to the bottom. But I put in some PPU, 9mm 115 grains. Obviously have not shot those through it yet. We did one magazine to test it. It shot great, but then the second magazine, as soon as I put it in, you can see that it was a failure to feed again. So let's try to correct the problem. We will take the magazine out, take the round out of the gun. It actually isn't even really pushed back at all, so what I'm going to do is put it back in the magazine, put it in the gun. So it chambered at that time. Definitely is chambered. Let's go ahead and shoot. I'm going to actually, we'll do a run on the steel, go set the steel targets up with the same round, and we will get that on film, make sure everything works right. Can't really tell you guys why we're having that issue here. I will put it on film if we get that problem again, but other than that, we're just going to keep shooting through. We have about 150 rounds left. It's shooting the steel case just fine. And other than those 2 failure to feeds, we're having no further issues. We got the steel here. Andrew, who's new on the channel, on the Firearm Freedom channel, is about to put the mag through the SP-01. We got 2 magazines. All right, so you're good to go. A little bit low on a couple. Still getting used to it though. We brought it out to about the 20-25 yard mark, and we're just gonna see if we can connect at the steel at the somewhat longer distance. It shouldn't be too bad. It is very easy to be accurate if you do your part with the CZ. And we got one left that's out, and it performed well. It's really not difficult at all. Actually, with any of the other guns that I've brought on to the first impressions videos that I've done on this channel, this has been the easiest one to connect at a further distance. It just uses the standard True Dot Meprolite night sights that honestly are just, I love these sights because the dots are just small enough to really get a really easy sight picture on it, make it really easy to make hits. Basically, I didn't even move. I just had Andrew turn the camera back on. You can't make this stuff up, guys. That round that you guys just saw me pop out of the chamber 2 seconds ago so I could clear the gun and show you the sights and everything like that. I put it back in the magazine and shoved the magazine in the gun, and I must have released the base plate somehow, which shot out of the bottom of the gun. So the mag is here. I think we actually still chambered around. So Andrew, I'm gonna actually pull this round off and get it out of the chamber if it is in there. Okay. Now the gun is completely clear. I'm gonna pick the pieces up off the ground of the magazine. I have no idea how this happened, but it did somehow. So I'm gonna put this magazine back together. But what I think might have happened is my watch or something, when I hit the magazine in, somehow depressed the base plate, or the base plate was already depressed or like halfway off or something like that, and I just did it in a perfect way. But pretty crazy that happened. We're gonna keep shooting it, see how it does, see if this magazine has any other issues. So obviously, again, we have the SP-01 Tactical, super long name. This definitely is, I feel like, one of the unicorns kind of in the gun industry. It took us a year just to get 2 of them into our shop, and as soon as we got them both in, we put them both out on the floor. One of them sold in 1 day, and I knew I had to pick one up. I'm going to be completely honest with you and go ahead and say this is the most ergonomic gun that I've ever shot here on the channel. I remember way back to the first time I shot a CZ75, and I absolutely love these rubber grips. As soon as you grip it in your hand, it has such a low bore access, which you guys know I love. I'm a huge fan of that, and it just fits the hand so well. And I've really been experienced that new shooters that go ahead and shoot a CZ75 generally shoot well. The gun will really do a great job if you do your part. I would put this right up there with the ergonomics of the VP9, which you guys know is great ergonomics on that. The trigger pull on this CZ75, the standard SP-01 that I shot had a little bit of a lighter trigger pull because the owner put lighter springs in it. But I gotta say, the single action trigger pull on this, here's your crisp break. You get a real crisp wall there. Your reset, really tactile, really easy to get it. And honestly, especially your double action, when you decock it, how you would actually be carrying it is you got a lot of take up there, which makes it super easy, and then a quick pull to your break. So overall, it shot great. We had a couple of very strange malfunctions that I honestly don't really know what they were from. We had those 2 failures to feed, which you guys saw, which I honestly think had something to do with just kind of, I guess, breaking the gun in. I didn't expect it to need a break-in period. I also just broke it out of the box. I'm trying not to make too many excuses, though, for the gun. It is what it is. It was just 2 failures to feed. It wasn't a crazy problem, you know, that was reoccurring or anything like that. It was just something weird that happened. And then that really crazy issue with the base plate. And what I really think that was, looking back, I think the little detent pin here must have been like halfway out, and we must have just not noticed it. It could have been like that in the box, and as soon as I slammed it in, I just slid it too far forward, which made the whole thing just like explode. All the 402 rounds that we brought out, we just had those 3 malfunctions you guys saw on the video, but other than that, it shot flawlessly. I was very impressed with how well that I was able to hit the steel with it a couple of times there, and Andrew really liked it as well. So I'm going to close this video out now. Stay tuned. In the future, when we get over the 1,000 round mark, we will do a full in-depth review on it. I just wanted to give my final thoughts, close this video out now. As always, go ahead and like this video. Give my Instagram account a follow. The link will be down below in the description. I post a lot of stuff there. It's been growing quite a bit more frequent now, which I love. I love interacting with you guys there. So go ahead, give my Instagram a follow. And as always, stay tuned for more great videos to come soon, guys. Thanks for watching.